What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the final episode of bottom tier character Tomazaki. This one's titled Equipment for Girls Has Special Effects. Out of context, that sounds really bad. Like, that can sound really bad if you don't know the context of the show. But yeah, I think this is equipment gearing up for our encounter with Hinami after what went down last time. This show, especially this last episode, and what they've been leading into with this stuff relating to Fuka, has been really interesting. Like, really interesting. And I hypothesized that they were going this route in episode... when was it that she said hard to talk to? I forget when that was. Episode 9, I think it was, when they went actually out on their date to see a movie. And how she said he was hard to talk to at times. At that moment, I said, I wonder if he's ever going to realize that it's because of Hinami's teachings that they just don't work with Fuka and that you may need to go your own way with it. And he did. He found that way. And brilliantly, they used Mizusawa as well as a point of reference for that, in how Hinami just constantly has a mask up. And instead of potentially letting down the mask for a moment of vulnerability, she just doubles down and puts on another mask. Like, she puts on a mask for her mask. And when she takes off her mask, she's still wearing a mask, in a way. In the way, like, how she interacts with people, and, like, the most vulnerable and honest to herself she's ever been were in brief interactions with Tomazaki. Like, honestly, that's the only time she's ever really, like, even then I think she's still wearing a mask of some form. But I think that's the most she's ever not had it, and not forcibly put it on, if you get what I mean. And Tomazaki has been one of the best male protagonists in a romance show I've ever seen. Like, it's still a bit of a stretch to call this a dedicated romance show. It has romance themes in it. I wouldn't call this a dedicated romance show as of right now, but I love Tomazaki as a character. Truly, he's one of the best male MCs I've seen in a while. Like, over the past year, he's a very notable one, for sure. Just because he has a backbone, more than anything. But you can see him changing, you can see him taking the initiative on certain things. Like, episode 4 made me fall in love with him, and last episode really made me fall in love with him even more. Just the way he recognizes the fact that with Fuka, he doesn't need to be what Hinami is teaching him. He doesn't need to put any of that on, because it's just getting in the way. He needs to find his own approach, and his own style is working. So he's quite content to fall back onto that, and recognizes, just like Mizusawa, doesn't need to put on a mask for this. He can be open and vulnerable for this. And, man, Mizusawa is a perfect male support character, and Nakamura will get there eventually as well. It's just about breaking down that barrier a bit, because it's still a little awkward between them. It's like just getting a bit used to each other, feeling each other out. Hopefully not literally, considering what they've also talked about. But, yeah. Yeah, the male cast in the show has been fantastic. The girls have been great as well. They always are in shows like this, but Mizusawa and Tomazaki really stand out for me, just for how good they've been. And I'm curious to see how Hinami and Tomazaki are going to rectify the current situation. Like, I'm curious to see where he goes. I think Tomazaki is still confident in his resolve that what he's doing with Fuka is the right thing. I don't think he'll back down on that, and I think that's going to be great for him. To stand his ground and be like, no, I think this is the correct way I should approach this. It's like, just because you're teaching me this is the way, there's not one way to play the game. There's not one way to learn to be good. There's not one way to reach the best. There are different methods, and you've got to find your own method and find your own practice and things like that. So maybe getting back to the gaming analogy a little bit there, because Tomazaki didn't follow someone's guide to become the best at it, and he's not just taking his word for it. Like, Hinami doesn't take his word for it on how to be the best at TACFAM. So why should he take her word at how to be the best in life? Take the advice, but find your own way. Maybe they'll wrap it around to that. That would be a really nice way of doing it, and how I would personally like to see that go. But I guess we'll see. Things might be awkward for a little bit in the group based on that, but she'll just put up a mask and pretend it doesn't even bother her around everybody, because why should it bother her, you know? So I'm kind of curious to see where this goes, and I'm very excited for this finale. Unfortunately, we haven't had a second season announced, and unlikely that we will get one, just because this isn't the type of show that normally gets them. I'll hold out hope, though, because I really do want to see a sequel to this. Um, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening. I would like to get into the manga of this eventually, but we do have an OVA, and that's going to release. The first one's on May the 7th, and the second one's on June 2nd. So once those go up, I will react to them once they get available here in the West. But I think I'm relying on fan subs for those because I don't think there'll be an official version available. So we'll see. But unless Funimation picks them up, Funimation might pick them up. But since they're like a DVD Blu-ray extra, I don't know if they will. It depends. So anyway, we're going to load the episode up here because I just want to get into the show. I really do. I want to watch this episode, and I want to save my voice a little bit because I've recorded way too much today. The spring video took 2 hours of non-stop talking, so I can't want to save it as much as possible. Anyway, as per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons. We've got backdated shows on there, Patreon request shows like Sympho Gear, which you can watch on Monday, as well as movie reactions such as Wolf Children, which will be up on Tuesday as well, so look forward to that one. But here on YouTube, we have to do time-based, so bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Don't play, start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation since they licensed it this season. We have the Funimation logos to start, so about 7 seconds logos, give or take. You can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell me the scene is transitioning, or you can look at this part of my headset here. This should help you sync it up quite easily as well. A very reflective surface. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Funimation, cheers. Here we go. Playing some TAC Fan. 6. Who are we playing? Just a random person. Is that someone at the door? Yeah. Someone's knocking on his door. Okay. So it did hit Tomazaki quite hard, and he's kind of reverting back to his old ways a bit too much. People are noticing as well, obviously. Yep. Instantly replies. Supportive sister. Yeah. Yep. It was an honest conversation. We're gonna run into someone in this bookstore, aren't we? Don't tell me we're gonna run into her. Hmm. Hmm. It's an interesting title, actually. Hmm. Okay, talking it out. Okay, talking it out, talking it out. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I love that he's actually approaching Fuko on this sort of thing. Hmm. But he's opening up about it. It's more than a lot of people do, especially a lot of guys. A lot of guys don't open up on things like this. Hmm. You can picture them? Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 Oh, she is just best girl, isn't she? Hmm. Hmm. Yep. God, that was such a nice conversation. Holy shit. Hmm. There we go. Oh boy, how's this conversation gonna go? I'm ready. Taking the initiative right away. Nope. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Except for my game. Okay, okay. Sure about that? Holy shit. I love it. Confident Tomazaki is something I didn't know I needed. Laying down the challenge. Mm-hmm. 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 Then I'll challenge it. Hmm. Yep. That's quite a hard slap to make that much noise. Just saying. Keep it. She'll say. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so good. I need to eat after this. Straight back to work. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of important, though. Ah, not a clue. Probably. Okay. That's Narita, okay. How many others are we going to go through? Just a day, sure. Sounds like you're going to say like 4 or something. He's going to say 4th. Don't say 4. Smooth, sure. Still doesn't get it. Well, yep. uh, sold. uh, yep. In the full version of the song is nice as well. Oh, nice. Gladly. Army boy. uh, so much. Tank fam to finish it off. All right. Wonderful. That was a good ending. That was a very, very good ending. Yeah, very much enjoyed that one. God, I wanted to have a second season so badly. I like the way he approached reconciliation with Hinami. I really like that one. Um, yeah, I really like the way he approached that and his logic behind it and linking that back into video games and stuff. Yeah, yeah, just Tomazaki was a great character. I really hope. Like, I don't know what the source material happens in source material. Please don't let me know what happens in the future, because there might be a season 2 in the future that might cover some of the stuff, and I'm probably going to get to the manga in my own time at some point eventually down the road, because, well, yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens between him and Fuka. I want to see if they actually work out or not, because I've got a feeling in a show like this, eventually he's going to come back around to liking Hinami, or Hinami's going to fall in love with him and they're going to get together. It just feels like that type of show where eventually, yes, these two will be the main pairing. But I really hope him and Fuka work out. I really want them to work out. She's adorable. I think she's the best girl of this series for sure. Yeah, I just hope it works out between them. We'll see what happens in the OVAs. I assume they're just going to be like fun little comedy moments, really, in just random situations. I don't know if they take place before or after certain events, if they're like actually directly after what happens in the anime, or if they're in between moments that they had to skip during the anime to make it work. I don't know, but I'm hoping to look at those in when did I say they were? May and when? May and June. Okay, so hopefully we can get to them at some point. Might need to reminder on Discord to remind myself that these exist, but we'll get to it eventually. So, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments, what you thought of the episode and the season finale as a whole for the whole series. So, I love this show way better than I thought it would be. Like, I thought it would be kind of like okay, but Tomazaki easily became one of my favorite male cast, like, in anime. He's one of my favorite male characters in anime, full stop. And I don't think that's going to change for a while, because yeah, you don't get many male characters like him in anime, so I'm going to treasure him whilst he's still around. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see other winter 2021 shows that are currently wrapping up, as well as the rest of spring 2021 shows that are about to start here on the channel, beginning on Monday with Moriarty the Patriot Part 2. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.